Hello and welcome back to the Game Gateway. We're back again with Lockdown Protocol, and today I'm showing you my top 10 favourite places to hide things. Number 1. First up is here, behind the music player. You can chuck the vent. If you get it just right, it'll land right directly behind it here. So if people come in and they're looking around, they're not going to see it at first glance. They might see it if they look around the back, but usually they'd have to jump on top to find this one. This is one of my personal favourites. It does work behind all of the music players, but some are better than others. So this one, even though it looks kind of nice sat behind there, it's actually quite easy to see walking in, so it's not as good as the pressure room one. Number 2. And then right next to this spot, you've also got the option of over here as well. You can chuck the vent right behind this little plant pot here, and that's practically invisible walking in. You can just about catch the edge of it there, but usually you kind of have to walk over this way and actually have a proper look over there to find this one. This is also a really good one, and I often win with this placement in this game, especially if you chuck it right in that corner there. Then they've got no hope unless they actually move physically over towards the computer. Number 3. This one by pressure is one of my favourite ones because you think that you couldn't even hide a vent in this gap here, so people don't even look. But from here, it's entirely invisible. From here, it's entirely invisible. You walk into pressure, and it's only visible in this sort of small gap here. So if you're not looking and you're not checking, there's no way when you're running through from storage to pressure you're going to see it. It just won't happen. You might only get a glimpse of it if you happen to be taking a really weird along the wall sort of angle towards pressure. But this is definitely one of my favourite spots. Definitely a game winner. One to remember for sure. Number 4. Another one, if you get it just right, you can conceal the vent inside this rock slightly, which isn't the perfect spot, but it's not bad if you get the right throw. Because from the main lobby, you're not going to see it because of the bush, and you're only going to see it if you're walking directly up this sort of direction. The other one that's also quite close to here is this one as well, and you do a similar thing where you just kind of slot it in the side of the rock as best as you can. It kind of half goes in the rock there as well. And they're not the best, but there's some pretty good ones. If people are running out of time, they might not check. Number 5. Another really easy one to miss in the outdoor section is over here. You can chuck the vent right by the lamp here, and it's covered by the foliage quite well and the tree, so you can easily miss it while you're walking past as well. This is one of my favourite spots. Number 6. One of my next favourites is in the computer rooms. The first one on the left here as you come out. You can chuck the vent if you get it just right, so it slides behind here, and it's pretty difficult to see coming in, and really not super noticeable unless you actually check this specific corner. You can get it slightly better than that, and slightly deeper in as well, to make it a little bit better. 7! This next one's kind of specific. It doesn't work if the scanner task's on, but there is a slot under here. You can throw it under the table. It's one of the few tables that you can actually throw the vent under. None of the ones in computer you can do it in. It's not the best spot. More experienced players always look in this spot, but it's still a pretty good one. If not for nothing else than just wasting time and forcing them to come all the way through and all the way around to check. You can't really see it from the window here. Number 8. Another classic place that people can check but sometimes forget is just chucking it in on the shelf in a corner somewhere like there. And if the delivery box isn't there, people have almost no reason to go over in that sort of direction, so it's a really easy one to miss while you're scrambling around trying to search for a vent in each of the cubbies. It's nearly over. It's number 9. Number 9's a really cool, interesting one. It's low down on the list because even though this is quite cool, it's hidden in plain sight, you can throw it in between the conveyor belts like this. It's something that, you know, if you're just kind of gazing around the room, you could see it. But if you're actively looking for a vent and you're walking around, it might be a spot that you might just not look at and potentially completely miss because you're looking at the other 8 things before this on the hiding vent list. And without further ado, the final hiding spot, number 10. It's not very good. And then finally, it's a bit of a lame one in comparison to the rest of them, because the rest are golden, but you do run out of spaces eventually, and this is a tried and true one. Everyone searches in this spot in storage, but it is still, regardless, a good hiding space for a vent or batteries or whatever it is that you're trying to hide. And that's that. Those are the hiding spots. And the dissidents win once again. And that's that, guys. If you guys have got any cool, funky hiding spots that I didn't mention, feel free to leave it in the comments. Or, you know, keep it to yourself. And let nobody find out about your amazing hiding spot. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, check out my other lockdown protocol videos, or my game dev videos, and I would super appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.